Prague Old Town Square, Staromestské Mesti. History, facts, attractions and location. Old Town Square, Staromestské náměstí, or familiarly Staromark in Czech, the oldest and historically most significant square in Prague, is according to many people one of the most beautiful European squares. Not only was it the venue of numerous dramatic historical events, but it is incredibly beautiful and charming. The Old Town Square is nowadays still Prague's beating heart. Located between Wenceslas Square and Charles Bridge and covering an area of over 9,000 square meters, the Old Town Square is bordered by many interesting historical buildings and is definitely one of the top must-see places to visit when you travel to the Czech Republic. When you go there, reserve a lot of time, because there is so much to see and do at the square. History and facts. The Old Town Square is a remarkable venue where the history of Bohemian lands has often been written. In the 11th century, there was a marketplace, which grew gradually in significance until it became the most important in the country. The square used to be called Big Square, Velké náměstí in Czech, or Old Marketplace, Staré Křižovatky. As we already mentioned, the Old Town Square has been the setting for many significant historical events. Let us mention some of the most important ones. In 1422 an uprising took place after Jan Želivský, a significant figure of the Hussite Reformation, was executed. In 1621, one of the most tragic events of the Czech uprising of the estates, the historical period of 1618 to 1620, during which the social class of estates fought against the Habsburg reign, happened at the Old Town Square. As many as 27 leaders of the uprising were collectively executed, marking the tragic end of the liberation efforts. This mass execution of 27 Czech noblemen is also known as the Old Town Square execution, Staromestská exekuce in Czech. In 1902, people were demonstrating for the implementation of universal suffrage at the square, and yet another important event took place in 1918. When the folk demanded a declaration of independence from Austria-Hungary, after Vienna became the capital of the Austrian lands instead of Prague, the Old Town Square lost some of its significance. But after the beginning of an independent Czechoslovak state in 1918, the square's importance began to grow again.